So regarding number system, we have covered most of the things in number system. The things that we have covered till now, there is a 95% probability that you will get if you are having a question on number system, you will get a question from that part only. Okay. So historically speaking, CAT always gives question from these sections only that we have discussed as of now. The things that we are going to discuss today is CRT and base system. Okay. These two things we will discuss today. One is CRT, other is base system. And there is one more session that I might take on advanced number system. Now this I'm keeping as optional right now. Okay. I'm keeping this as optional right now. Why? Because in the recent past, say 5 to 10 years down the line, if you just have a look at CAT paper, then they haven't asked any question from this section, the advanced number system, that I might discuss if needed. So let everyone join, and then I have a proposal. We can discuss that, and post that we can take a decision on whether to include this or not. Okay, so yeah, so let's start now because we have few number of participants. So what I was saying is that we will discuss CRT and base system today. Now there's also a session on advanced number system, but I've kept this as optional. Why optional? Because I haven't seen questions in CAT from this section, that is advanced number system. So that's why I want to skip it. I don't want to give you guys like something which is too much extra for you, and there is something in which too much formula is involved, right? So I want to avoid these things in which there is too much formula involvement, or something in which you have to learn something. You might get confused. So that's why I want to eliminate this session. But I have a plan. Like, you start giving mocks as you are already giving, I hope. In case you face a problem with any question, right, that we cannot solve by Eilers or the concepts that we have discussed till now, or by CRT that we will discuss today and the base system, then we can take this topic, okay, advanced number system, if required. So if required, then we will have this session, not now, but let's say 1 month down the line, subjected to if you're facing any problems in mock in number system, because ideally you should not face any problems. What is this advanced number system topic? So in brief, it will cover everything. Whatever we have discussed till now, there will be advanced concept on each and everything in short. Okay. But still, I want to eliminate it because this will be too much hectic for you guys. So I want to end the session on base system only. So these two topics we will discuss. So let's start CRT today. Let me just quickly erase this and let's start. I hope everything is clear. So this, okay, so let's start CRT now. What actually is this Chinese remainder theorem? What is it? Suppose if you are having a question, see, most of the questions or each and every question you can apply Euler. You can apply Euler or Wilson's and you can solve that question. But suppose it is difficult to apply Euler to any question, or we cannot apply Euler for that instance, then we use CRT. Okay. What was the condition for Euler? Like if you're having a question, this is an example. See here. If you are having a question, 16 to the power 6 mod 36. Suppose this is the question. Can you apply Euler's theorem here? No. Because 16 and 36, they are not co-prime. So you'll first make it co-prime and then you will apply Euler, right? So what you will do is, this is 16 to the power 6 and this is 36. So you will write it as 4 into 9. Okay. Again, you will convert it to 4 square. So this will be 4 to the power. If you are applying Euler, then what you will do, that's what I'm talking. So this will get converted to 4 to the power 11 mod 9, right? Now 4 and 9 are co-prime. You can apply Euler. What is the Euler of 9? What will be the Euler of 9? 9, 1 minus 1 by 3, which is 6. You got the Euler of 9 as 6. You will say 4 to the power 6 mod 9 is 1. Remainder is 4 to the power 5. And then you can solve this question. Okay. And in the answer, you have to multiply the answer by 4 because we have cancelled 4 here. So this is one way by which you can solve this question using Euler's. I hope this is clear to everyone. We have discussed it in the previous sessions. Using Euler, I hope this is clear. If there is any doubt in Euler's, then let me know, but I hope this should be clear. To those who are joining right now, guys, I have just discussed a plan regarding number system that I won't be discussing advanced number system, why and so on. So please just watch the video after this lecture. Okay, once I will record and send it to you guys. Okay, so regarding Chinese remainder theorem, how we use Chinese remainder theorem, let's have a look. I hope there is no issue in this Euler application. So while applying Chinese remainder theorem, I can apply it when the numbers are not co-prime as well. So 16 and 36, they are not co-prime, right? But I can apply CRT. There is no such restriction on CRT. What to do? First of all, break 36 in any fashion such that these two factors are co-prime. Okay. So I've broken 36 into 4 into 9, right? You have to break this 36 such that these two are co-prime. Now what? So the question converts into 16 to the power 6 divided by 4 into 9, right? This is what the question is now. I'll find the separate remainder with 4. I will find the separate remainder with 9. In Chinese remainder theorem, just break this into two co-prime numbers, find separate remainder with 4, find separate remainder with 9. So I've calculated 16 to the power 6 mod 4, which will be 0, obviously. Now 16 to the power 6 mod 9. I can apply Euler's theorem here. What is the Euler of 9? Euler of 9 is 6, hence 16 to the power 6 mod 9 will be 1. I got two remainders. Let me say this is R1. Let me say this is R2. Till here, is there any issue in CRT? I hope this is clear. Very basic. I'm just breaking it and taking remainders R1, R2, right? And now what we have to do, we have to find integrals x and y such that 4x plus 9y equal to 1. Why this is happening? See, there are two methods to solve CRT. One is the method that we are following and other is the congruent method. So when we go by the congruent method, then we see that why this is happening. So it is not needed and neither the explanation is needed, because anyway CAT won't ask CRT, or you can say if they do, then very simple question is expected in CAT of CRT. Anyways, they won't ask. So just rather than going into deep applications of congruency and all here, I can simply say just learn it that 4x plus 9y will be equal to 1. Means if I'm dividing into any two co-prime numbers 4 and 9, then 4 into x plus 9 into y, I can write it as equal to 1. As simple as that. Okay. Now I have to just find the value of x and y here. So you can find it by hit and trial. So to apply hit and trial, there is also a method. Whenever, not in this question, in general, whenever you want to apply hit and trial to this question, what you should do ideally is, see, Mukul, okay, fine, Mukul, I'll just repeat it once from the starting. See, Mukul, we can, but please be on time, guys. So Mukul, we can apply Euler to this question, okay? And I discussed how to solve this question by Euler, okay? Now using CRT, there is no condition on CRT that these two has to be co-prime. They don't have to be co-prime, hence they are not co-prime here. I can apply CRT directly as well. To apply CRT, I have broken 36 into two co-prime numbers, okay? Let it be 4 and 9. So I have broken it into two co-prime numbers, 4 and 9, two co-prime factors. I'll calculate 16 to the power 6 mod 4 separately. I'll calculate 16 to the power 6 mod 9 separately. Okay. Mod 4 is calculated separately, mod 9 calculated separately. Let this be R1, let this be R2. Right, Mukul? Now this comes by congruency, which I have written down here, 4x plus 9y equal to 1. Explanation is not needed at all, right? So simply I'm writing 4x plus 9y equal to 1. Now when 4x plus 9y equal to 1, you have to find the values of x and y. How to do it? Simply by hit and trial. How to apply hit and trial? Take one value as 1. Okay. 1 is always there, Priyam. It congruency se aata hai wo, but let's not discuss it. Why to make it complicated? Anyway, CRT won't be asked. If it is asked, then you can expect a simple question in CRT. We will solve few examples, don't worry. Okay. So let's learn that this will be 1. Okay, Priyam. This comes by congruency, by the way, modulus congruency. Anyway, so 4x plus 9y is 1. Then I can get the values of x and y as x equal to -2, y equal to 1. To solve this also, what you should do is ideally take any one value. Let's say take y, for example. Put it as 1, 2, 3. If you're not getting the answer, try to put -1, -2, -3. Again, try to put it as 4, 5, 6. And it will, this calculation is very small calculation, right? Any calculation will be very small calculation. So you can calculate within seconds. There will be 10 seconds involved, maximum 10 to 20 seconds, but you can calculate it. So you will get x equal to -2, y equal to 1 in this case. Now what you have to do, when you have got this, again by congruency, there is a CRT formula that needs to be applied. Okay. 4x plus 9y equal to 1. This we did. Correct, guys? Now just multiply it. 4 into, put the value of x, -2. and take the remainder which 9 is giving you. That is R2. To remove this -1 and get your answer, just take 4 into -2, which is x value, into remainder which 9 is giving, plus 9 into the value of what is the value of y? 1 into remainder what 4 is giving, right? So 4 is giving me the remainder 0. That is R1. Cool. Simply solve this. This will be your answer. This is the simplest way to apply CRT. I'm just discussing a simple application. I do not want to involve congruent modulus and all. That is why I have made it very simple. Just remember this formula, that whatever be these two values, this x plus this y will be always be equal to 1. Okay. And then what you have to do? Remainder with, if you are getting in 4, you have to take remainder with 9. In 9, you have to take remainder with 4. This actually comes by LCM concept. But again, I don't want to make it complicated, although anyhow number system is too complicated till now. So just remember this formula, everything will be sorted. And this is very simple as in, like 4x plus 9y equal to 1. This is not a hard thing to remember, right? So 4 into its value into जो remainder 9 के साथ आया, plus 9 into its value into जो remainder 4 के साथ आया. This equal to 1. Okay. So -1. Where -1, Priyam? So what will this be? 4 into, see, what is x value? -2 into remainder with 9. ये मैंने लिखा है. What is remainder? Okay, this should be +1. Fine. This should be +1. Don't worry. Okay. What is the remainder with 9? Whatever is the remainder with 9. Simply for 9 into 1 into जो भी remainder है 4 के साथ. This comes out to be -8. Your answer is 28. Okay. For any two numbers which are not co-prime, we can either use CRT or Euler. हाँ, so CRT के लिए these two has to be co-prime, right, Bharat? These two numbers have to be co-prime. If they are not, you convert them into co-prime number. That's how you apply Euler. For in CRT, there is no such restriction. Only the restriction is the factors that you have broken into, these two. Okay, these two have to be co-prime. That's it. You can solve any question with Euler also. CRT makes it easier sometime, and you won't find much questions in CAT coming from this, but still we have to discuss it, so I have discussed it, and that is why I'm not going into very deep as well, the deep concepts of CRT. That is why. So there is one more method in which you involve congruent modulus method, in which you take LCM and then you divide the remainders like we have done here, and you calculate other values as well. Like there is another way of calculating x1 y1 as well, but it is complicated, a bit complicated. I don't want to involve it. That's why I've skipped it. Those who want to watch it, you can find it for free on any YouTube session. See, most of the YouTubers or any other person, they will explain you by that method only. Okay. So if you want to learn that method as well, an additional method, you can watch that. I'm not involving it because it is not actually required. It will make our learnings complicated. So keeping it really simple for you. That's the reason. Okay. Priyam, we will solve questions. See, like solve this question, Priyam. Everyone try this question out. Can you apply Euler's here, first of all? Answer me. Can you apply Euler's in this question? And if yes, then what is the Euler of 77? Okay. So what is the Euler of 77? 60. So suppose I want to do it by Euler's theorem. What will I write? 3 to the power 60 mod 77 equal to 1. But this is a very higher number, right? So I can get closest to 60, or let's say 120 in that case. I can write 3 to the power 120 mod 177 equal to 1. Then I will have to break it in 3 to the power 111 into 3 to the power 9 mod 77, and you have to make it this value as a multiple of 3 to the power 9. Or what you can do is you can take it as 3 to the power 60, and the remaining is 3 to the power 51 mod 77, which you can calculate separately if you want to solve this question by Euler's theorem. This is what you have to do. But let's use CRT here now. This is what you have to do if you want to apply Euler's, these two methods. I hope this is clear. But if you want to apply CRT, then what? Now try it out by CRT. Yes, good, Bharat. 7 into 11. I will divide. First step, are these two, the condition of coprime is not valid here. So whether they are coprime or they are not, I don't care. Only these two have to be coprime. So 7 and 11 are coprime. Cool. Everyone, just solve this question. I've already solved this question by Euler's theorem. I've shown you how to do it. Solve it by CRT. What should be the answer of this question? See how to solve it. The first step is breaking into 7 into 11. Now what you have to find, this mod 7, this mod 11, right? Is 3 and 7, are 3 and 7 co-prime? Yes, they are co-prime. So can I apply Euler? Yes, I can apply Euler. 3 to the power 6 mod 7 will be what? 1. What is the closest that I can get? I can get closest to, yeah, 3108. So this will, the remaining portion is 3 cube. 3 cube mod 7. What is 3 cube mod 7? This is 27 and remainder is 6. So this is the value of R1. Correct? What about this? Again, I can apply Euler's. Yes, I can apply Euler. Euler is 10. I can get closest to 110. Remaining is 3. The remainder R2 is 3. Now you have got R1. Now you have got R2. Next step, write 7x plus 11y equal to 1. As simple as that. Okay. You have to find the value of x and y from here. So I already told you, let's take the value of y as 1. Satisfying? See, if this is 1, then this will be minus 10 by 7, not satisfying. What if the value of y is 2? 22, yes, satisfying. So you will get the value of x as minus 3. So y is 2, x is minus 3. Now what? Now use this equation only, nothing else. Use this one single equation only. 7 into value of x minus 3 into remainder with 11. What is the remainder with 11? 3 plus 11 into what is the value of y? 2. Then what I was saying, yeah, remainder with 7. What is the remainder with 7? Remainder with 7 is 6. So what is this value that you are getting? This is 9 into 7. Okay, this is 132 minus 63, and you have to divide it by what? 77. Okay, this goes out to be 69. See, this into 12 is 132. This is minus 63. This is 69. Any issue in this question? Anyone? If you want to repeat, remainder go cross. Yeah, remainder you have to cross. Rahul, last step. Which last step, Rahul? This one. This wala, ye wala step. Which things will multiplied? Okay. See, to make it easy and non-confusing, you have used this equation, right, Rahul? And everyone else. You have used this equation. So just multiply this equation only. 7 into x. What is the value of x? Minus 3. 7 into minus 3 into 11 का जो remainder है, the remainder with 11, which is R2. Multiply this here. Cross multiplication. इसका remainder इसके साथ, and use the remainder of 7 with 11. Okay. So what's the remainder of 11? 3. Again plus 11 into what's the value of y? The value of y is 2. Into what's the remainder with 7? Remainder with 7 is 6. Okay. This you have to do. Clear? Yes, exactly. Right, Rahul, exactly. Why we are doing this everything? This comes by LCM concept, by the way, which we are doing. Like we assume an LCM, and because we are assuming an LCM, we get different remainders. But all this explanation is not needed. Just write this simple formula, quickly solve this, get your answer. Just two-step approach. CRT will become a two-step approach, simply. So there is another method also. Those who have joined late, if you will check YouTube or any other videos on CRT, you will find that method only, right? So the congruent method that I'm talking about. So if anyone wants to learn that, you can go for it. But because it's a bit lengthy method, that's why I'm not involving it here. Okay? No, it can be anything, Veer. Not necessarily positive. Okay? Next question. Solve this question. How to solve this question? Any idea? Well, we are discussing CRT, so definitely I will use CRT only. Exactly. So this is 17 into 19, right? And we have learned Wilson's theorem. So now I think you should be clear about it. Just try this question out. And also you can use a shortcut for Wilson's that we talked about. Quickly solve it. 16 factorial mod 17 will be what? Minus 1. This is what Wilson's theorem is actually. What about this? 16 factorial mod 19. Divide 19 by what? The difference. What is the difference? The difference is 3. So divided by 2 factorial, right? So dividing it by 2. This is 9.5. Take the higher value, which is 10. Now because the difference is odd, and I have taken the upper value, so I will subtract it from 19. Answer is 9. So remainder with this is minus 1. Remainder with this is 9. Now next step, 17x plus 19y equal to 1, right? Just find x and y, swap the remainders, you have got your answer. As simple as that. So here the value of x that you will get is 9, the value of y that you will get is -8. How to check it? The same method. Just go 3 positive, 3 negative, and so on. You can visualize it easily because the numbers are small. Anyway, the numbers will be small only. So you can visualize it easily in this fashion. So x is 9, y is -8. Just put the values into 9 into 19 के साथ remainder. What's the remainder with 19? 9 plus 19 into y into 17 के साथ remainder, which is -1. Okay, you just have to calculate this. Priyam, what generally happens is now when you get prime numbers, what generally happens, the difference has to be, it's not always true, but generally you will find the difference has to be less than equal to 2 most of the time. So when I'm putting 1, 1, 2, 3, you can easily imagine, Priyam. 1, 2, 3, I think that shouldn't be a matter of consideration. This you can imagine very fast, right, Priyam? If I'm putting then 4, 5, 6, then what will happen? This has to be almost 3 or 2, means the difference has to be less than equal to 2 only in most of the cases. So that's what I used. That is why I calculated it fast, because the difference has to be less than equal to 2. But anyways, it will take time because this value is -9 and -8. It will take some time. Generally what you will find is, if this is 9, then the absolute difference is 2 or 1 and so on. Okay, so just quickly now solve this and you will get your answer. Only this part might require some time, 10 to 20 seconds at times, nothing else. The answer that you are getting is 237 from here. Yes, Bharat. Answer will be 237 to this question. Good. Bharat, you have to just use hit and trial method only. Okay. Like this is 17x plus 19y equal to 1, right, Bharat? In fact, you will learn this in an integral solution also, that how an AP is formed in this case. If you have learned it earlier, that's good, but you will learn that how an AP will be formed in this case. Priyam, if you will make the coefficient of x as 1, suppose x equal to 1, then what will happen? The value of y will be 1 minus 17 by 19, right? This will be the value of y. 1 minus 17x upon 19, that is. Okay. So how can you do it? Or there is one more way of doing it. You can say that 1 minus 17x has to be divisible by 19. Okay. So 1 minus the remainder, or you can take it the other way around as well. Like 1 minus 19y has to be divisible by 17. Okay, so you can also use the remainder concept in that case. But here one thing will happen, that value of y need not to be a single digit number. So that is the restriction in applying this. Okay, so if you are applying this, then beware that value of y should not be a single digit number. So that's what we are doing now. Like if you are making it 1, then it has to be a multiple of 19. That's what we are doing actually. Okay, so this is how you can do it. Yeah, you won't get a unique answer, that's for sure. Yes, it is possible that there are other values. In fact, that's what I'm talking about, that you will find an integral solution that there are that AP is being formed. But don't worry, answer won't matter. It won't matter for the answer. Okay, answer won't change, right? Let's solve one more question for this clarity. Solve this question. Try this question now. For better clarity, let's solve few more questions. See, there is congruent method also. In this, we don't have to find x and y, but it is a bit lengthy, and that is why I have eliminated from this discussion. But if you want, I can discuss that as well. The things that we are discussing here, that should be sufficient. Although there is a class on advanced number system that I just discussed in the beginning, that I might take this class if you guys face any problems in mocks or past questions or anything, right? Because I don't want to just bombard you with formulas and everything. That till now we have done number system in a very good fashion, no formulas or very little formula. So I don't want to do that here as well. First of all, is this number a prime number? No, this is not a prime number. You can just check the divisibility of 11. This is divisible by 11. So this is 11 into 31. Okay. So now you have to find the remainder of 3 to the power 340 by 11 and 31. See, the concepts that we have discussed, you will solve each and every question in CAT. Don't worry about it. Okay. But yes, there are a few other concepts as well, few other formulas as well, because number system is very huge. There is no end to it. So that is why there was a class on advanced number system. But I would prefer not to take it. I haven't seen a single question in past 5 to 10 years which we cannot solve by the basic concepts. So why to just bombard you with everything which you couldn't remember as well? Come on, now quickly solve this question so that we can move forward. And this time, try to get accurate answers. And in exam, don't think that these two are co-prime 3 and 341 and bluntly apply Euler and mark the answer as -1. Okay, please don't do such mistakes in exam. Again, follow the same concept for this. Vary the value as 1, 2, 3, minus 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5. Use the same concept. Guys, I think this is one that you all know, because 3 and 11, I just want to apply Euler's here. Rahul says 34. Okay. On 3 and 11, I just want to apply Euler's theorem. I think you guys are doing calculation mistake, but why? Just check it once. 3 and 11, directly Euler application 1. What about 3 and 31? They are also co-prime. So what is the Euler of 31? You will get it as 30. 1 and 3 are remainder. See, Rahul is asking, okay, Rahul and others, please don't do any mistake while calculating remainder. What's the Euler of 31? 30, right? What is remaining? 3 to the power 10 mod 31. Is this too difficult to calculate? Is 3 to the power 10 mod 31 too difficult to calculate? Rahul just calculated once. Yes, good Mukul, very good. Good Sid, good Mukul. You guys are doing calculation mistake, and that is not good actually. How to do it? This is what 3 cube 27, right? So -4 into -4 into -4, okay, into 3. I can take it like this simply. What is the Euler of 11? 10, right? So 3 to the power 10 mod 11 will be 1, right, Mukul? So 3 to the power 340 mod 11 will be 1. You are doing mistakes in Euler. Why? Just watch the video again that we discussed in the last class. Okay. Yes, you guys, everyone, you are doing calculation mistakes. I don't know why, but okay, fine, it's okay. Just try to avoid these mistakes, because in exam under time pressure, that is what you do mostly. That was one of the prime reason that I'm discussing a very simple method for CRT. I'm not even involving the congruent method that you can find in many of the videos on YouTube, if I've already mentioned it, or we can also discuss that if needed. But I'm not following that approach because of calculation. This is one simple thing where one simple equation is, we are having one simple equation, we are putting simple values and getting the answer. So don't do any mistakes here. That is why I've followed this approach, apart from the congruent approach. Exactly, Mukul. Lot of concepts will get mixed up. That is why we have taken it pretty slow. That is why revision was required. That is why I'm avoiding advanced number system class. That is also one of the reasons. Because in this class, there are a hell lot of other concepts, which is not needed in CAT. The concepts that we have discussed in last class, you will get 95% of the questions in CAT from there only. Okay. That is why I'm trying to keep it as simple as I can make this topic number system. Still, try to avoid calculation mistake, guys. Okay, the remainder that you will get here is, what will the remainder here? I've solved till here. Please tell me what's the remainder here. Exactly. It is very simple, right? 64 will give me what? This will give me -2, this will give me 3, so -6. So -6 or 25. Whatever suits you, you can take it. Okay. Now what? 11 into, what's the value of x? 1, right? What is the, value of x we haven't calculated. The value of x and y will be what? Try putting 1, 2 and 3. If you will put 1, it won't satisfy. 2 won't satisfy. 3 won't satisfy. Okay. What about minus? Minus also won't see. -1 won't satisfy. How am I doing this? Simply 1 minus 30 by 11. I'm seeing that this won't satisfy. Or 1 minus 61 by 11 won't satisfy. Right. So in this simple fashion, in 10 to 20 seconds, you can get this value, everyone. This is oral calculation only, just by hit and try. So what will be the value? Yes, Mukul, you are right. The value of y will be 5, the value of x will be minus. Once you have got the value of y, the value of x will be minus 14. So you have got these two values. Now what? Simply putting the values. 11 into what's the value of x? Minus 14. What is the remainder with 31? 25. Plus 31 into what's the value of y? 5. What is the remainder with 11? 1. As simple as that. Answer is 56. I hope this is clear to everyone. This time I also calculated it in front of you, putting it 1, 2, 3, then minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. You can just easily visualize in seconds that whether it is getting divisible or not. Still any issues, anyone in this question? Any issues, anyone? Let me just wait. If there is any issues, solve this. The question is like this: 32 to the power 32 mod 7. No, Bharat, it won't be. Once you have a good practice and you have rewatched the videos, revised the concepts, it won't be. Don't worry. Okay, Bharat, for you, just tell me logically. The first thing that you will check is what? Can you apply Euler's theorem? Can you apply Euler's theorem here, Bharat? Let's take it step by step. Can you apply Euler's theorem? Bharat. What's the condition for Euler? This and this has to be coprime, right? So are they coprime? Yes. So you can apply Euler. Yes. Next. So what next? What is the Euler of 7? 6. So I can write 32 to the power 6. Mod 7 is 1. Okay. What next? How to proceed further? This is a good question actually. You might expect such questions in CAT because see, what is happening in this question? Nothing is getting used. No CRT, nothing is getting used. We are using simple Euler's theorem in this question. But this is a good question. So you have to just apply Euler's theorem, nothing else. And CRT, you might want to apply CRT. Sometimes, that is, not every time. See guys, please don't forget multiplying by 2 if you are making that silly mistake. Please don't forget multiplying by 2. Chalo, let's discuss now. Okay, suppose if this question would have been like this: 32 to the power 10 mod 7. Okay, suppose if this question would have been something like this, then what you would have done in this case? You would have said that because the Euler of 7 is 6, so this becomes 32 to the power 4 mod 7. Right, guys? This you would have done exactly. This would have become 32 to the power 4. How you got this? This is the remainder when 10 is divided by 6. Right? This is the remainder when 10 is divided by 6 because Euler is 6. So what is the power here? Power is 32 to the power 32. So when 32 to the power 32 is divided by 6, I want to find the remainder. That is what the question is, right? That I want to find the remainder when 32 to the power 32 is divided by 6, right? So that if it was 32 to the power 10, how I am getting this 32 to the power 6? Because 32 to the power 6 mod 7 is 1. What is remaining? 4 is remaining. Similarly, I want to find the remainder of 32 to the power 32 with 6. So what this will be? This will be 4 by simple Euler's application. So what is the remaining portion? 32 to the power 4 mod 7, right? Again, you can solve this. The answer is 4. Any doubts in this? Any doubt? Anyone? This you can solve simply also. How you can solve simply? 7 5 is 35 or 7 4 is 28. This is 4 to the power 4. Right? Answer is 4. 32 to the power 10. That was just an explanation, Sashank, for everyone. That was just an explanation. No, guys, those who are using cyclicity in this, cyclicity gives me what? It gives me last digit. Okay. So because I'm dividing it by 7, that is why when you will use cyclicity, you will get correct answer. But if suppose this would have been 17, then what? Then remainder could have been 14, 13, whatever, right? Then cyclicity would have only told you the last digit. correct? So try to use this method. Okay, please repeat how the remainder is 4. Okay, so everyone just pay attention. Suppose this would have been 32 to the power 10 mod 7. How you would have solved this? You would have said that what is Euler of 7? Euler of 7 is 6, right? And you would have written 32 to the power 4 mod 7. This converts to, by using Euler, this converts to this. So what are you actually doing, everyone? You are finding the remainder when 10 is divided by 7. It's by 6, sorry. When 10 is divided by 6, that is the Euler of 7. What is the remainder, right? Suppose this would have been 30, question would have been 32 to the power, let's say what, 31 mod 7. Again, what would you would have done? Because Euler is 6, what we are left with? 32 mod 7. So how you are getting this? You are coming closest, you are taking the closest multiple of 6 to 31, right? So what is this effectively? Finding remainder of 31 with 6. Okay, so that's what I have done. I have found the remainder when 32 to the power 32 is divided by 6. Is this clear now, everyone? Guys, one more thing. See, is 2 to the power 2 to the power 3 same as what I can say? 2 to the power 3 to the power 2? No, right? Final answer 4, Priyam. These two are not same because some of you are getting confused there. That's why I am telling you guys. These two are not same, right? Similarly, this is what? Is this equal to 2 to the power 2 into 3? Is 2 to the power 2 to the power 3 equal? We have discussed this earlier as well. Is this equal to 2 to the power 2 into 3? Yes or no? Are these two equal? 2 to the power 2 to the power 3 and 2 to the power 2 into 3. Are these two terms equal? No, no, right? So guys, those who are doing it by that method, you cannot do it by that method, that you can convert it into 32 into 32. This is wrong. Okay.